blame for the Broncos' loss?
Well, for me, it's the coach. I mean, he's clearly new. He's a novice. He's inexperienced. You got two inexperienced coordinators. But I really pointed down at him. Listen, at the end of the day, you're at the 1 yard line, not just one, but two occasions, actually 3 occasions, and all you ended up with was 3 points. That's it. You missed 2 golden opportunities. You missed out on at least 14 points. That's number one. Number two, you didn't target your wide receivers until I think it was Jerry Judy's touchdown. That's the first time you had even targeted a receiver for the first, like 18, 20 minutes of the game. Actually, more than that. Then I'm thinking about Javonte Williams and the fact that you didn't get him the ball nearly as much as you should have, particularly inside the 10-yard line. You got to give a cat like that the damn football. But more than anything else, see, Keyshawn, I always supported you. Give him the damn ball, okay? I always supported that, Key. I wasn't critical of you when you said that years ago because, damn it, is the truth. When you're that dude, I don't want to see somebody, I don't want a kicker. All right, from 64 yards. By the way, he missed the practice shot, okay? He missed that wide, right? And then you go out there and you let him kick it anyway. And even though he almost made it was close enough, no cigar. Russell Wilson is the dude, tuxedo and all, clearly influenced by Sierra. I mean, that's a different subject for another day. I'm not going to hate on the brother. I don't know why the hell you walking up with some shiny tuxedo-like.
Some sheen on that.
The big-time sheen. I mean, did they spray armor all over? It was ridiculous. I mean, but the point is this. At the end of the day, but that's the Sierra influence, and I ain't mad at that. The point is this. $165 million guaranteed, 7-year deal. You are the franchise. You are the face of the franchise. They ain't even make the playoffs since Peyton Manning left town. You missed the losing season 5 straight years. It's your team. Back against the team you used to star for and play for and won a Super Bowl championship for. And you're going to take the ball out of his hands. That was a Matt LaFleur move if there ever was one from the NFC Championship game. You don't do that. You give the ball to Russell Wilson and you sink or swim with him. I thought that was a mistake, so I'm putting it on Hackett.
Keyshawn, do you agree?
What was your initial question?
Who's
to blame?
Remember right now.
Who's to blame?
Yeah.
I think it's a collective effort in this situation. I'm not talking about clock management, right, Jeff? I'm not talking about snap, fumble. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the end of the game. When you, and you know this as well as I do, when you have the franchise, the quarterback, like you astutely said, $160-something million, $200-something million of total money over, traded, all the draft picks, do all those sort of things. You make sure in situations like that, the football is in his hands.
That's right.
No matter what it is. It would never happen to Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. It would never happen to Ben Roethlisberger. It would never happen to any of those guys because the coaches that they have, they know. In that situation, 64-yard field goal, there's no way we're going to make that. But I also put a little bit of onus on Russell Wilson.
Okay.
And here's why, because I mentioned those other guys. They would never allow the clock to run down, timeout. You call a timeout to have a conversation.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jeff, come over here.
Absolutely.
Hey, come over here, Stephen A. Molly, let's go. Let's figure out what it is. What's the next play? You mentioned Williams, the running back. What happened to the toss sweep plays that you were gashing, pulling the tackle, pulling the center, blasting them, getting 5 yards? 5 yards is not a lot on the football field if you're doing this. You have a better option, better odds at picking up that picking up the first down than you do 64 yards. 64-yard field goal. Russell Wilson should have known that. And he should have went to them and said, no, hold on, man. Let me do this because this is bigger right now than just us. This is about me.
And you're also saying it's from a minute to 20 seconds. He let 40 seconds.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Because what we don't want to do is leave too much time. I know it's Geno Smith. You don't want to leave too much time left on the clock. We've seen over the years when you leave too much time left on the clock, all you need is a chunk play, right? And now you kick a 60-yard field goal. Now you lose. You take all the time off the clock you can, but you don't take the ball out of Russell Wilson's hands. Russell Wilson needs to tell them. He needs to go to them and say, hey, man, hold on. Let's talk about this. That never was discussed. Timeout. I take my helmet off. I go to the sideline. Field goal team on there. We're going to kick it. That's a mistake by a young head coach, but also a mistake by Russell Wilson that you've empowered. You empowered him by acquiring him and giving him all that money.
Is it your franchise or is it not?
Or is it not?
That's right.
And that's where they lost the game at.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.